This is a closure wig. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to install your closure wig to make it look like a frontal. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video live. If you love closure wigs but still want that frontal look, then this video is for you. So these are the products and hair tools that we are going to be needing to get our closure to look like a frontal. These products are non-negotiable. Okay, so this is the closure wig that I'm going to be making use of for today's video. It's a 5x5 closure wig. What I was saying here is I do not like the combs that are attached in the closure wig, so I take that out. So after taking it out, all I'm doing here is to apply a lace tint. This is a tinting mousse. Okay, I prefer to use this after I came across it. I prefer to use this than foundation because this works perfectly well for me. So yeah, I've been using this. I just dried that for a while and then put it aside and went straight to prep my canvas. Yes, my forehead is my canvas because this is where the magic is going to be done. So my forehead is my canvas. Now you want to make sure the canvas you are working on is clean. Even as painters or artists, they always make sure they work on a clean canvas. So I did that by using rubbing alcohol and then some wipes to make sure the surface or my working canvas is clean. After that, I just put on my wig cap. So you guys can see this is a light brown or a dark brown wig cap. It actually looks more brown in person than on camera. It looks light brown on camera, but in person it's dark brown. And I prefer to use this shade of wig cap because I'm dark skinned. Okay, I'm African, so I wouldn't want to use something that is too light for me, because if it's too light, you are still going to apply mousse, a tinting mousse or a foundation that is in your actual skin tone to match. So yeah, because we always want our closures or our frontals to give scalp. Also, one important thing I will say is to keep drying your working area. You can see I always go in with my blow dryer, and the blow dryer is on cool air, and not on warm or hot hair. No, we are not doing that over here. Always use cool hair. No, it's not yet time for the installation. Okay, what I'm doing here is to position the closure wig exactly where I want it to be. Okay, I want to see the center of my head, so this is how I position it. It's a 5x5 closure and not a 13x4 or a 13x6 frontal wig. So you want to make sure you are positioning it in the center of your head. That's why I'm creating this middle part, because once the glue goes on, wherever you lay it is where you are going to be working. Okay, and as beginners, if you're a beginner, this step is very important. For me, I can just position it and I'll be good to go. But for the sake of my beginners who want their closure wigs to look like frontals, I am marking where the wig will be going or where the closure will be going. I am marking that area. Okay, and now you can see I've taken the hair. Of course, I have to prep the hair, but before doing that, I have to go in with my glue. I did about 2 layers because I just wanted to keep this wig on for about 5 days. So yeah, I did only 2 layers of the glue. Listen, in my opinion, I feel like using glue first is better than just using an adhesive spray. I use glue first and I go in with adhesive spray because I feel the glue is easier to control. That's just how I feel. Because if you just apply the adhesive spray straight away, if you just apply it right on your forehead or the perimeter of your forehead, it's just going to be all over. It's going to spread, and if you're a beginner, you wouldn't want that. So I think the glue is more manageable. What you're just going to do is to apply it in thin layers and allow it to dry clear. Okay, just allow it to dry clear. Don't allow it to dry completely. You know, once it turns clear, it means it's good to go. You can see it's tacky, so it means it is good to go. Now back to the wig. You have to prep your wig before you install them. I always do this on a mannequin head, but today I wanted to do it whilst installing the wig. I always do this step before installing the wig. It's one important step. You do this to tame the flyaway so that the hair is not all over the place when you are installing, because especially if you're a beginner, even if you are a pro when it comes to wig installation, when the hair is all over, it makes your work difficult for you. But you see, once the hair is laid back and everything, it's easier to work with. Now look what I'm doing. I am placing the lace exactly where I applied the glue. You see how simple this is? But if I had used the adhesive spray, so if you use just the adhesive spray, if maybe you just want to keep your frontal on or your closure wig on for just a day, then you can use the adhesive spray. But once you use the adhesive spray, it is going to spread, especially if you spray directly on your forehead, it's going to spread all over. So what you are going to do is to go in with a rubbing alcohol and just clean the parts that the wig is not going to be laying, or the lace is not going to be laying. Now I'm done laying it on the glue. So you see, I've taken my adhesive spray and I'm spraying it on it. So if you are just using, you see it has already started spreading. This is what I was talking about. That's why I prefer to use the glue first before going in with adhesive spray, and you dry it on cool air. After drying it on cool air, you're going to go in with your tail comb, and then brush the hair back or comb the hair back. Now, before you band, you are going to make sure you don't feel the adhesive spray or the glue on your fingers. You want to make sure it's dried. Before you band. For the first band, I just band for about 15 minutes and I'm fine. Okay, so after the first band, we do our second band. But before the second band, we have to cut off the lace before we melt that lace. Okay. This is what our closure is looking like after the first band. Now it's time to cut the lace. When it comes to cutting the lace, you see I'm using the tail comb to just kind of make space for where I'll be cutting. You don't want the lace to be too close to your eyebrow. No, you don't want it too close to your eyebrow. Just a little over where your hairline is okay. It shouldn't be too back. It shouldn't go too back, or don't push it too far to your eyebrow. We don't want that. Now listen, ever since I discovered that using a razor blade can also get the job done when cutting frontals or closure wigs, I've been stuck with it. It's so easy to use a razor blade. Trust me when I say this. Using a razor like this is easier. Or what's this thing called? Is it a tweezer? Honey, I do not know what's called, but I think it's a razor. It's a blade, right? Using this to cut your lace. Oh, that's my dog barking. Sorry, guys. This is way easier than using a scissors. If you're a beginner, use a razor like this to cut your lace. I think I got this razor from Shein or Temu. I'm not sure. I got it from either Shein or Temu. It was 3-in-1. Yeah, in different colors. You see how easy I was able to cut this, and I thought it was even going to give me like a straight cut, but I was still able to mimic, you see, the natural hairline, do a little zigzag with it. So I was so happy. Look at my reaction. I was very happy. After cutting the lace, it's time to melt. This lace already looks melted. I'm not even going to lie to you. It already looks melted, but we need to get that scalp looking lace. All right. So I'm using the Eben melting spray. I'm going to be mixing both the Eben melting spray and then the Eben adhesive spray together, then apply it directly on the lace. It's looking kind of brown because I added a little bit of the mousse, the tint mousse to it, and then I just applied that. And once again, you have to blow dry it on cool air. Blow dry it completely, let it dry completely, then you band. Okay, so that's the last banding that I will be banding. Now, the moment of truth. Let's see our lace. Look at that. This is looking like a frontal. It is also well melted. Okay? Tell me it's not well melted. Now all I have to do now is to make sure my middle part is visible. And with that, I am going to be using a mixture of my concealer and foundation. So I used the concealer that was lighter and then the foundation in my actual skin tone. I mixed both together. Used my tail comb and I just made sure my middle part was visible. It looked so beautiful after, and right after doing that, I just went ahead to straighten the hair. And this right here is the final result. Look at this. Please try installing your closure wigs, okay? To give it that upgrade. Stop throwing your closure wigs on. No, don't do that. Try installing them to make them look more clean, more elegant, like frontal wigs. If you are new here and you've been able to watch up to this point, please do not hesitate to click on the subscribe button and also turn on the post notifications bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for the love of my videos, the love you show me on my videos, the support this channel has been receiving. I am super grateful. I can't wait for this channel to hit 1,000 subscribers and then also get monetized. Yes, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now. Peace.